Yeah, you're looking at the truth, the money never lie. No, I'm the one, yeah, I'm the one. Early morning in the dawn, know you wanna ride now. I'm the one, yeah, I'm the one, yeah. Yeah, you sick of all these other realitators. Don't let the only real one intimidate ya. See you watching, don't run out of time now. Oh, 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 oh.
What's up, Leos?
Hey Leos, it's your girl Charlie B.
And King is your boy King Micah.
And we're back with another video, but it's not like our regular
Videos.
vlogs and challenges and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't know, there is a mini docuseries called When They See Us, depicting the real life stories of the Central Park 5.
Comment down below if you know about that.
Yeah, comment down below. Y'all, I knew nothing about it, and come to find out I was only 4 years old when this actually happened. And then I think I was a sophomore in high school when they were released, so I wasn't privy to what was going on. So I'm so happy that they made this documentary because I'm a mother of a brown boy. He's brown in every way. He's black, and for those of you who don't know, Micah is African American and Hispanic. Of course, because his mom is black, he identifies more as black, but that's what he is. Me, really? Stop.
I was thirsty.
Boy, stop. Ain't nothing in here. Anyways, I wanted to bring him on and have a discussion because I did let him watch the first, really, Mike? The first 2 parts. What was that? On Saturday? Last Saturday?
And yesterday.
But I'm saying the first time we watched it, was it last Saturday?
Yeah.
Yes, it was last Saturday. And I was telling him how I think we should make a video about it yesterday. And he asked me, did this really happen? Was this real life? And I said, yes, I told you that, you know. And he was like, really? Like, he wasn't understanding. So I decided to let him watch the 3rd and the 4th parts. And that's when it really hit home. So I'm going to let Micah kind of tell you how he felt about watching it. Like when you first saw it. How'd you feel?
Cause the third time when I saw it, guys, the third time when I saw it, I cried.
Why'd you cry?
Cause I was scared if this stuff would happen to those boys, what happened to me.
Okay. And so, why'd you think that would happen to you?
Cause it's just crazy stuff what happened to those boys who got lied on. Especially people who don't supposed to be lied on.
The people that are not supposed to be lied on them?
Police.
So the police aren't supposed to lie?
No.
But what did you learn from that though?
Don't lie.
And what else? You're right. You're not supposed to lie. But what else? And y'all, if y'all hear stuff in the background, it's because we got the twins watching a movie right now. And it's kind of late. So hopefully they're asleep by the time we get out here. Thank God it's summertime. But if y'all hear something, because I kind of hear it through the wall, just don't worry about that. But go ahead, Mike. As a matter of fact, hold on. I probably could turn it down. Hold on.
Guys, stuff is that all the police were white. Not to be racist, all of them were white. All the boys were kind of black. Like 3 boys were black, 1 boy was Hispanic.
Gotcha.
And all that they did is just went on them. And one time, in the first series, police was chasing after an underage boy. He took his helmet off and hit him in the face.
Yeah. How'd you feel when you watched that part?
I felt bad for him.
Why?
Sad and mad.
You felt sad and mad? Why you felt sad?
I really felt bad for Corey Rice though.
You feel bad for Corey Wise?
Because he's the one who didn't have to go, but he was a good friend and went with his friend. And he had to stay. Everybody else except for Corey Wise had to stay longer. He had to go to real jail. And everybody else, the kids, he had to stay in jail for 14 years.
Mm-hmm.
And the other kids had to stay in there for almost 7 years.
What did you learn from the movie though? Besides people lying, hold on. They're calling mommy. All right, y'all. We're back. So what did you learn from the movie besides not lying, besides the police who weren't supposed to lie, lying? What else did you learn? From the first episode, when we first watched it, the first part, what did you learn? When they took the boys and were talking to the boys and had them locked up and all that.
They should never treat them that way.
Mm-hmm.
Especially something what they had to do, but they had to do something what they know they would have never did, but they had to do it so then they could get out of the jail.
Why they have to do it?
To lie. So then they could try to get out.
But did they go home?
No.
So what did mommy tell you that you were supposed to do?
I want a lawyer. And if they tell me I can't have a lawyer, I'll be like, no. I am a underage boy, and my mom's not here. My mom should be with me. So y'all should get my lawyer or just wait for my mom to come. I'm going to keep my mouth shut.
Okay. And that's if you ever get in a situation like that. Because at the end of the day, they were underage.
All of them.
And
Corey Wise was the oldest.
Yeah, but he was still a young boy. That's my whole thing. And then the simple fact that their parents were trying to get in and they just weren't let out. Go ahead, babe.
Because Corey Wise was the one who didn't have to do anything, and he's the one who went through the most. Because he got beat up 3 times.
He only saw 3 times. That's all they showed us 3 times. You see what I'm saying? But he was in there for 14 years.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And that's the part that broke him down when he saw all that. And I wanted him to see it so that he could understand how serious it is and how wrong it was for them to have to go through all of that. And when he did start crying, what happened when you started crying?
I was really, really scared.
Mm-hmm. And what happened?
You talked to me about it.
And how did you feel after I talked to you about it?
I'm happy that I knew what I was supposed to do.
Mm-hmm. So you feel a lot better about if those situations happen to you.
He got beat up 7 times. Well, not 7 times, by 7 people. The police, 2 black men, and 4 white men. And the fact is, those white men could have been 30-something or 20-something. And Corey Wise was only 17. He looked like he was older.
Yeah, he did look like he was older.
He had a beard, everything.
Yeah.
Wait.
I didn't even think about
He got beat up 8 times. By 8 people. Remember when he was cleaning up and then the guy inside the...
Mateus Reyes. And that was the guy that actually committed the crime. Remember?
He's the one who did it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because remember when he asked for another transfer and the guy met him again and he was like, keep hope. Remember? He was like, you don't remember me, do you? And Corey was like, no. And then he said, I don't have any hard feelings towards you. And then you told him to keep hope. You don't remember that? That was the same person. And he's the one that committed the crime and went back and told them. Now, how do you feel about the prosecutor?
What is that?
The lady, the blonde lady, who was calling them animals and saying that, that they did it when they didn't do it. How do you feel about her?
For a second, guys, I thought she was trying. For a second, I thought she was kind of nice, but when he was telling me about her, I was like, oh no. Because she was just talking to them nicely and just like trying, because I thought she was like saying stuff to like telling other people that like, I thought she was saying like those kids wasn't the ones to be doing that. We should just take them out and let them go home. That's what I thought. But
the blonde lady?
Wait, who?
The blonde lady who was calling them animals.
The one with the short hair like me, or the one with the long hair?
The long hair.
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about.
You said she was nice to them?
I thought.
She was never nice to them.
She was talking nice to them.
When did she talk nice to them?
You remember when they was inside the classroom? She was just talking gently.
So she was talking gently to them. So what do you feel about, and that's honestly another tactic probably. I don't remember that part. I'm going to have to go watch that again. But what do you feel about the men police and detectives? How do you feel about them?
Guys, they did wrong stuff. But at least there was one person who took care of one of the kids.
No, I'm not talking about the CO. I'm talking about when they first took them in, before they went to court and went to jail. When they recorded Corey Wise.
You mean when
he wanted to go home to his mom?
When they was at Central Park?
Right after Central Park, when they picked them up from Central Park.
I don't know.
Remember the detectives were talking to the boys and how...
Oh yeah, when they was in the classroom?
In the classroom and in the interview room. And how one detective said, Raymond said, Kevin did it, Kevin said such and such did it. How'd you feel about that?
I felt sad.
Why?
Like, mad. Because the police lied on them.
Well, how they lie?
Wait.
Were you paying attention?
Oh, they did snitch on them.
Who snitched on them?
They admitted, the kids admitted that they snitched on each other.
That's when they got in the holding cell together. But I'm talking about when they did the interviews.
I don't remember nothing in that part.
Okay. So when they did the interviews, remember they were yelling at them saying, you did this. And had all this stuff in their face. Wouldn't let them see their parents. Wouldn't let them talk to a lawyer or anything like that. Remember? And they were like in their face, intimidating them and stuff, making them scared.
Yeah, one of the moms was in there, and he was just yelling. I know that police could have waited until that mom left.
Which mama? Yusuf's mom?
No.
I think Yusuf's mom.
I mean the grandma.
The Hispanic one?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Raymond.
I know that the police couldn't wait until she left.
So you think they were being disrespectful in front of the grandmother?
No.
You don't think they were?
They was just acting nice, acting like nothing will happen to them. And then as soon as she left, they started getting on him.
That did happen.
They started smacking him in his face, like, hey, why are you doing that?
Now, do you think that was right?
Mm-mm.
So if you're ever in a situation where you have to deal with police like that, what are you supposed to do?
Oh, well, my lawyer.
And who else?
My mom.
Okay. The main thing that I stress to Micah is there are good cops, there's bad cops, there's good people, there's bad people. and he has to have a discernment to know who is who. Just like he's had good teachers and he has bad teachers. So that's what I used for him, so he can gauge what's what. What's up, Micah?
I knew that there was good cops and bad cops.
Oh, you knew there were good cops and bad cops?
Cause you want me to tell you how?
How?
Remember when that white man killed that boy? When he shot him?
Who?
I forgot his name, but he shot him.
Who was this?
I think he was born. We lived in I'm trying to remember what house we lived in.
Were we living over here? Just a different apartment? And it was a white cop that killed a black boy?
No. A white man killed him.
Oh, he's talking about Zimmerman. In Florida, Trayvon Martin? Yeah.
And then,
But he wanted to be a cop. He wasn't a cop. He was trying to be a cop. He thought he was superior and he wasn't even white. I'm glad you knew he wasn't white. But go ahead.
And then in a picture, and then like in one of the parts there was some cops who had on masks like people robbing banks.
Mm-hmm.
And had to have those masks, and they was hurting other people.
Mm-hmm.
And only why they did that because those are black people, and cops have a whole bunch of weapons.
Mm-hmm.
They have a whole bunch.
But you know you don't have to be afraid of that, right? You're powerful in yourself. And your sisters. We're about to be interrupted.
Mommy,
Yes, honey.
what are y'all doing?
Nothing.
We're making a video.
Comment
We're talking to layouts.
Say hey, they out and go.
Hey, let's go.
Okay, go watch your movie now.
Go lay down.
We're not doing a challenge right now. Mommy and Bubby just make a video. We'll make it. Oh, look, listen. Okay, so listen. If you go down and sit down for a little bit, then we'll do a challenge right after. Okay?
For real?
Okay?
Why you just make me wanna?
Okay, Mama? No, baby girl. No. Okay? Mama, come on, baby.
Okay.
Riley,
Riley, get out.
where were we at? Where were we at?
Talking about the boy.
Oh, I guess somebody intimidates him, and every time like he comes and gets me, like the person leaves. But
You know, like every time, and then as soon as I see him, I was like, girls. It's time to get one. It's time to come in. I'm sorry, come back out. Sorry.
Lord have mercy, he's drifting all off topic. But the reason why I wanted to come on here with Micah, really, see, he's still like good to go. He's not traumatized. It's because I talked about this in a couple of groups, and one of the mothers said she didn't want her child to be burdened with insecurities and what else? It was something else she said.
Mommy.
Let me see exactly
Excuse me,
what
Mom.
she said. Hold on, y'all.
Mommy,
Yes, Bubby.
the mother who I liked is, you remember the guy, the boy who had like tall hair?
Yusef's mother?
What's his name?
His name was Yusef.
Corey Rye's friend.
Yusef.
Okay, yeah. And then, I liked his mother because his mother wasn't playing.
No, she was not playing. At all. Let me see if
She
I
said
can
she
find
was
it.
going to call the New York something.
New York Times. Because they wouldn't let her see her son.
She said she's going to call them, and then the police stopped. And then turned around to look at her. She was like, she told them, I want to see my son, and then she went in the room with him, and then she said, she took her son, and then she said, let's go. And then she told the white woman, that's not fair, and you didn't even do nothing wrong, and why you even got him in here if you don't even have any proof. So she just took him out and said, shame on you.
Okay, so what she said is, I don't want my child thinking about racial issues or building a sense of insecurity. I don't feel like bringing that on them at a young age. I feel like bringing that on them at a young age, I'm assuming she meant to say, is not good. When they get older and have built them to not see themselves as oppressed and confident, then as they are older, they can watch. Okay, so I basically told her, your child, your choice. However, I'm not building an insecurity in my son. I'm letting him know that as a person, he has rights, and not to allow anyone to intimidate him to make him feel as though he's less than or less deserving. I'm not with my children 24/7, so I must make sure they have tools, especially mentally, to know who they are and what they should stand for. And basically, like, I would rather be an offensive parent or a parent on the offense than be on the defense, because at the same time, another mother stated that her daughter was exposed to something racially at school or somewhere else, and she had a hard time. She said it took her daughter 2 months to basically gain her confidence back. And the thing is, the way that I parent, I rather expose them, show them the ropes, tell them everything that they need to see from my point of view, from a positive point of view. You're great, you're phenomenal, you're awesome, you're smart, you're handsome, you're just everything. Instill that in them rather than trying to build them up because somebody already broke them down. I want them to go out in the world knowing who they are, knowing they're powerful, knowing they're strong, knowing they're smart. You know, what I tell you every day before you go to school? What's the goals?
Be great, no bullying. Stand up for the other people. Listen to Miss Rogers.
Well, Miss Rogers not to teach you no more, but yes.
I'm about to say don't listen to Miss Rogers.
You need to listen to Miss Rogers. But I don't know if y'all heard him, but every day he has to tell me what his goal is. Like, to be good, be great on purpose, because you're gonna, if you say I tried, that leaves room for you to say, well, oh, it didn't get done. But when you do it, it's done. It gets done. When you say I'm gonna do it, it gets done. When you say you're gonna try, more than likely, that's not gonna get done. So you have to be great. You have to be good. You have to get this stuff done. Don't bully anybody. Don't allow anybody else to get bullied. Because I don't know if anybody else talking to their kid like that, but my kid, if he sees something happening, he sees something going down that's not right, especially at this age, stop it.
Mom, that did happen in school.
It did?
And I stand up for them.
You did? See,
There was a
that's
PE
awesome.
class.
Okay, that's awesome. See? So, and this is something that we say every day. There was a time, I want to say, because we were transitioning from him being a car rider to a walker, and I didn't have him say it. And I ended up receiving a phone call from his teacher. And I was like, what in the world? Like, I just gave you this new responsibility and this, that, and the other. And immediately, I was like, you haven't been telling him what he needs to say in the morning. And when he went back and he recited that, it was like his affirmations, basically. Because sometimes he'll be like, you know, but he said it. So therefore, he spoke it out of his mouth, and it's going to get done. And when I tell you, straight back up, point blank period. So all in all, I felt and still feel like it's very important for him to watch this, to see this, and to realize this really happened. This really does happen. And I feel like if these kids knew their rights and knew, that was another thing. I was like a freaking, how many times did I say, don't ever think that I'm not coming? How many times did I say that? Like, I want him to know, no matter what anybody says, your mom is coming for you.
Mom, can I tell you about the fight in PE class?
You can tell me about it another time, not on this one.
I'll tell you after the video.
Yeah. So, I'm going to start speaking more on things like this on our channel. Sometimes I'll have Micah, sometimes I won't, sometimes I have the girls. But this was...
Sometimes it might be all of us.
Yeah, but this was major for me because, like I said, I was talking to some of these ladies. The majority of us, of course, feel like, okay, well, we should. Some of us felt like, I can't because it's too heart-wrenching, or I shouldn't, I don't want to think about it. And my thing is, I'm a single mother out here. Like,
Today I'm gonna have nightmares.
huh?
Today I'm gonna have nightmares.
Why?
Cause that guy,
No, you're not.
when he did that magic trick.
We was watching America's Got Talent,
This
y'all.
guy, he
Let's stay on subject, but basically, I'm a single mom out here raising, like I said, a brown boy by myself, and I need him to understand that you're phenomenal. And if you ever get put in a situation where anyone tells you otherwise, you quickly remind him of who you are. Point blank and period. Don't be intimidated by anyone. Lord forbid he ever get in a situation like the Central Park 5. But just in case, I don't want to take any chances of him not knowing. And honestly, I feel like every person, you have a male in your life, even if it's a female, like any person that doesn't know their rights, period, you need to let them see this movie. You need to tell them what they need to do when they get in these situations, because we sit up here and say, oh no, they're too young for this, or they're too... No. And anyone who knows us knows Micah is pretty mature. Like, most of my kids are pretty mature for their ages. Like, I talk to them. But I don't ever want to put an age limit. As long as they can comprehend what I'm saying, I feel like, okay, let's talk about it. I want you to get an understanding because I want you to surpass me at those different ages. You know, I want their mind to be thinking. I'd rather give them the answer key to life and let them explore new worlds, master this part, master what I mastered at 20, at 15, so that once you are 20, you can surpass me. You know, that's my mindset and how I parent. So, yes, Micah.
And guys, if you're watching this video, make sure you tell your family and your friends about this video. Just if they have kids, or like your mom's friends if they have kids, if you know them, and tell them about this video, so then if anything happens like that, they'll know what to do.
So you think other kids should watch when they see us, I mean? You think so?
And like those kids out there, what I said, you'll have to say that if that happened to you.
What do you have to say?
I want my lawyer. If they say you can't have your lawyer, if you're under 18 years old, you should say, I'm underage. You should not be keeping me in this room. My mom's not here. She should be with me. And I want my lawyer. I want my, or I'll just wait for my mom to get here. I'm not saying nothing.
And honestly, I feel like adults need
Give me
to
a
know
second.
this too.
Molly, get out.
Well, that's okay, baby. You can go ahead.
I want to stay in this video. It's fun.
He wants to stay in the video. I feel like adults need to hear this too, that don't know, or who feel like they've been wrapped up in the system before. What she had?
She must have some Cheetos.
Oh.
Owe me money.
You stole from Bubby's store?
Owe me some money.
Girl, we're about to finish. Okay, anyways, because Anton McCrae's dad I guess he had a run-in with the law, and he just told his son, just tell him, just say whatever needs to be said so you can come home. So adults need to hear this stuff too, because
Get up.
he was a grown man and he didn't know. This isn't a mukbanger ASMR. Real life, y'all. Ryan, Riley, I mean.
Get up.
Bye bye, mama.
5, 4.
I swear he's the daddy. Jesus. Like I was saying, Anton McCrae's dad told him, just go ahead and say it. And then he didn't show up for the baby. Like, it's just heartbreaking. So we made this video today because I wanted y'all to see, like, Micah's not negatively affected by watching this. It was a positive situation for him, and now he knows what to do, and he's armed with the right tools on what to do and how to handle himself in those situations. So, and we appreciate y'all watching. We hope y'all watched all the way through.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah, and share it and let people know. Like, how old are you, Micah? How old are you?
7 is about to turn 8.
Oh Lord, okay, he's about to turn 8. Oh my God, you're gonna turn 8 next month. I'm gonna have an 8-year-old.
You can at least say I'm 8 years old.
No, I'm just happy you're not saying you're 10 years old. He was 6, saying that he's 8. You finally made it, man. He made it.
Ah, that's simple. Like and subscribe.
Oh, he made it, y'all. Micah used to be like lying on his ass.
Guys, so I went to a daycare.
Sit up.
I went to a daycare was called Stay and Play. I lied about my age so that I could be in the big kids.
And now he's actually 8 years old and doesn't even go to daycare.
Because you at least have to be 7 to go with the big kids. And now
He used to say he was 8 though, and he was 6.
And now, guys, I'm bugging my mom to take me back to that.
He hasn't been in
place.
daycare in like a year, right?
Cause no,
It's been like a year.
I didn't go there since
Like December, so like
a couple of months.
6 months. About 6 months.
No, cause mommy, I
It
used to
seems
go.
forever because I had the girls here with me.
Mommy,
all
I
day,
used to
every
go
day.
to Stay and Play for a while, but not a year.
No, not like you stayed there a year.
No, I'm talking about I used to go to Stay and Play, but only for a little bit at school.
Excuse me. But anyways,
And you changed me to
thank y'all.
daycare.
And make sure y'all watch.
Like and
our
subscribe,
videos.
hit that bell, and comment.
I'm probably going to post this on both our channels.
Yarn.
Yeah, so if you're watching this on King Micah channel, then go to Try to Be Plus 3. And if you're watching this on Try to Be Plus 3, go to Micah B's channel. They're in the description box because we all need to know. Okay? Bye, y'all.